Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Kev's Hobby Showcase. I'm, of course, Kevin. You may have also seen me on Tabletop Jones Productions, where John and I are the two idiots playing board games. And today, I'm continuing my coverage of my favorite football team, the New York Giants. Like I said, I'm sure to some people, sports is a hobby, and I am no different. I indulge, although my playing days are over, long over, unfortunately. But anyway, so today it's the last preseason game. Usually, I mean, well, let's see, this could go. I mean, the Giants. Okay, the Giants are playing. They're playing at home against the Patriots, and this can go one of two ways. Because depending on what the coaching staff, how they want to treat the game, it could be either a dress rehearsal, which is basically means that the starters would probably play at the very least all of the first half, or they would play all the way into the third quarter, or they would, maybe they would, instead of doing that, they would have the starters play just a little bit, and then the rest would be all the players that are fighting for a job. So it can go it can go either way. But quite frankly, either way, it can be very, very entertaining. Could be a good game, good, exciting game. I'm looking for them to be competitive. So far this preseason, So far this preseason, they have been pretty competitive, and it's been, I'll say, more fun to watch than it has been in previous years. I'm hoping that they keep it going, and not only keep it going for today, but into the regular season. Because it's actually going to be a while before the regular season starts, because it actually doesn't start until the weekend after Labor Day. So it's going to be a while after this game. But anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing the starters play. I'm looking forward to seeing all the backups fight for positions, and let's see what happens. I'll be back at halftime to tell you what I think, and hopefully it'll be good. All right, so stay tuned, and I'll see you at halftime. All right, it's halftime. Giants are up 14-10. They did not put the starters in. So Jackson Dart actually got to play for a good portion of the first half until he had a play where his head hit the turf, and they took him off for the precautionary concussion protocols, which he passed. He's fine. And then they put in Winston. So anyway, the standouts on offense, while they had just the backups in, there was quite a few standouts. I mean, of course, Jackson Dart played fantastic. He made some mistakes. It's like he had a 23-yard run where he did fumble, and that was not nice to see. But on a whole, his arm looks really good. He's accurate. He's hitting receivers. Ozlowski, I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. He kind of stood out as a receiver, and not just a kick returner. I don't know if they're still going to use him as the kick returner, because they didn't put him in return the kicks. They did use some of the other players. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see when the season starts. And then, of course, who else? I will say this: they are giving Jalen Hyatt, so many chances right now. When Dart was in, the long passes he kept on dropping. Short passes he was pretty much pretty good at, but the long passes he kept on dropping. And he was being hit right in the hands. Not like it was sailing over his head. It's not like it was an uncatchable ball. They were very catchable. And then finally, when Winston was in, he finally catches one. It actually was a touchdown pass. So. So these are stands. Scattaboo played for a while. Finally got to see him. He's been hurt through a good portion of the training camp. And also it does look like they have depth at the offensive line, because, like I said, they didn't play any of the starters, so everybody was a backup. After the halfway into the second quarter, that's when they started really digging deep into the depth. Given basically all the guys were fighting for a job, giving them a chance to not only make the team, but also because it's like the announcers were saying, every other team is also watching watching these games to see if there's anybody who's going to be cut that could fill a spot on their team. So basically, it's they're just showcasing a lot of guys getting a chance to showcase their talent. One thing I did forget to mention, as far as standouts on the defense, it's hard to really name one because as a collective, they just played very very well, especially when it was like I said the initial backups, the second stringers. When they started digging, like I said, digging into the depth, that's when you started seeing some breakdowns on the defense. But overall, I think they are in good shape, at least so far. So second half is going to be basically everybody fighting for a job. That's who's going to be playing. This whoever is secure on the team. I guarantee you they will not be in at all. Um, one other thing I will mention. I did see Abdul Carter in there for a few plays, and let me tell you something. He may not have a sack during this preseason, but he's there. He's at the quarterback nearly every play. So yeah, we got something special in this guy. He's gonna, once he starts getting to the quarterback, once he starts hitting and sacking the quarterback, I don't think it's gonna stop. At least I hope not, because it'd be very fun to watch. All right. So anyway, so that's the first half. Again, looking forward to the second half, and see you after the game. All right, end of the game. Giants win it 42-10. I think this is the first time they've put up over 40 points in a while. Um, Too bad it's preseason though. Anyway, what I have to say about this team is I think the coaches are going to have some very tough decisions on who to let go, and not so much who to keep, who to let go, because as a team, I mean, I've never seen so much unity on this team in my life. I mean, these guys, you got second and third stringers, like basically guys at the bottom of the depth chart. They're playing, they're making good plays, and the starters who are on the sidelines, still dressed in pads and all, congratulating them, jumping up and down, excited, and even when as far as unfortunately, there was one major injury. It was defensive back T.J. Moore. He had a pick six tonight in the second half. He went, they were showing on I think it was kickoff coverage. He went down, his knee buckled, and when they came back from commercial, the whole entire team was out on the field showing their support for this guy. So I've never seen that before. I've never seen the entire team come out on the field. Unfortunately, they did have to bring the cart out and they had to put him on. Basically, he couldn't get up on his own power. Couldn't walk out. He couldn't walk it off. Unfortunately, so he most likely will wind up on the injured reserve list, and I'm sure for the entire year. But anyway, so like I said, as a team, this it's like who do I say stands out? It's like there's so many guys who make good plays, but yeah, the coaches are going to have some tough decisions on who the final cuts are going to be to make this a 53-man roster because you can't keep them all. And I think that one of the toughest ones. Every position really is going to be tough, but I think one of the toughest ones is going to be quarterback because Wilson didn't play, but Winston played, Dart played, and Tommy DeVito played, and they all played well. It's it also is a good testament to the offensive line. These guys had time for the most part. Yeah, of course you're gonna have breakdowns every now and again, but they had time. The running backs, they would open up holes for them. Defense was pretty. They played for they had a pretty dominant game. Obviously, it was 42-10. The Patriots, they kept in a rookie quarterback pretty much through the entire game. I'm sure the guy needed experience, but if I felt like the Giant defense abused this poor kid. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna. I don't want to start making bold predictions for the season, but I will say this: they're going to be more competitive. They're going to be more interesting to watch, more entertaining to watch, and I do think it will be a better season than the previous two that were, of course, losing seasons. I think that I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a good season. At least not one where we're going to be dreading watching every single game, just wondering how the hell are they going to, find a way to lose it. I think that they might actually find a way to win more often than not. All right, so let's keep our fingers crossed for the season, and and hope for the best. And that's it. That's all I got. Obviously, this video isn't coming out right away because it's late and I got to go to bed. I got work tomorrow. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And and if you know any other Giants fans who would like to see coverage from a fan, I'm not professional, not so coverage from a fan. Please share it with them. Also, please go to Tabletop Jones Productions. That's my other channel, my friend John. Please do the same over there. And it's the best way to support the channels, and and a good way to keep us going. So, thank you very much. You have a great day, great night, and I will see you again. Week 1 is after Labor Day, so definitely see you then. All right, so take care and have a great day.